Paul says in Romans chapter 13, verse 8, "Owe no one anything except to love each other, for the one who loves another has fulfilled the law." He had just said in the previous verse, pay what you owe to people. Pay your taxes, pay money back that you owe to people. Give everyone the honor, the money, whatever it is that they are due. And he said, but don't have debt with each other, except this one thing. You have a debt of love. You have a responsibility to love your brothers and sisters in Christ. And I think it's also true that we have a responsibility to love our family, to love our neighbors, we know this biblically, and to genuinely love the people whom God has put in our lives. But sometimes we don't love as we ought to. And I don't just mean when we're mean to people, I mean when we just frankly forget about people. This is most certainly true when it comes to long distance relationships, but it's also true with the people closest to you. We sometimes just don't make the time for these things. They just get away from us. Life gets busy, we are distracted, urgent stuff pushes out the important, and we fail to fulfill that debt of love to others. In our Redeeming Productivity Academy, we talk about this concept of domains of stewardship, that your life can be divided up into these different areas, all of which you're responsible to steward, right? My intellectual domain, my physical, my recreational, my spiritual life, vocational, my job, whatever my calling is, economics, right? Stewardship of my home and my finances. All of these things we need to take responsibility for. And part of that implies that we probably need to often take measures to organize around them, to create habits around them, to have systems in place that force us to be good stewards of these things. I have a calendar so I don't forget my appointments. I have a file system so I don't lose and forget about important documents. I have a to-do list so I don't forget the tasks or the commitments I've made. So why not do something similar with the most important thing that I could be managing, which is my relationships? Why not, instead of a to-do list, make a to-love list, which I know is a cheesy title, but it works. Work with me here. Here's how to make your own to-love list. First, you're going to want to take a blank sheet of paper, and in the center of the paper, you're going to want to draw the word relationships and put a circle around it. And then sort of like a mind map, off of this circle, you're going to draw a line and you're going to write in the names of different people or groups that you want to have some frequency of communication with, right? These are the people you are trying to love and not forget about, right? So I have spouse, kids, my pastor, my siblings and wider family that are spread out across the United States, near friends, long distance friends, my mom, right? Your list is going to look a lot different from mine. But just write in all those, group them where you can, and then you decide on a reasonable frequency of communicating with them. And all we're trying to do here is say, look, hopefully I'm going to contact them more often than this, but this is like going to be the bare minimum. This is what I'm going to hold myself to, and I'm going to set up reminders so that I don't just forget about these people for months or years at a time. So again, you just draw a line out from each of those relationships or groups, and then you write in the frequency and what you're going to do. So for example, with my spouse, I have monthly date night. My kids, I have a monthly one-on-one. I want to meet with each of my kids one-on-one, take them out somewhere, do something with them. I have some that are more frequent, like my near friends. That means the people that live near me. I want to talk with them at least once a week. That can be a text, maybe it'll be a hangout, but I just want to have some contact with them weekly. There's some that are longer. Like I have several that I work into my quarterly plans. So ministry friends, that's people I went to seminary with or that I just know from my years working in various ministry contexts that I just want to keep up with, right? I don't see them, they live all around the world, but I would like to just send a text or an email to those people 4 times a year, just see how they're doing, ask them how I can pray for them. I'd like to have a weekly call with my mom. And for my close friends that aren't near in proximity, that have moved away, but I have a closeness with them, I'd like to have a call at least once a year, just see how things are going. But the most important step to all of this is that you put this on a calendar or in your reminders app or wherever it is that's going to remind you to do this. That's what's going to help you from completely forgetting to reach out. So that is a to love list, really simple to make, But honestly, it's worth 30 minutes of your time to put this thing together, get those dates in the calendar, because then you will be a better steward of the relationships which God has given you. And bonus, if you do this, you'll actually have a great start to a prayer list, right? Those names you've written down, those groups, you can write those on note cards or put them in the Prayer Mate app or whatever you use to track prayer requests and slap them in there and be praying for those people. Because guess what? A great text you can send to someone you want to check in on, like on a quarterly basis, is, hey, I was praying for you today. How have you been? Great way to open up, great way to find more things to pray about them about, great way to be a loving friend and a representative of Jesus Christ to them. This is productivity at its best, utilizing tools to help us be more faithful in our responsibilities to God and to love our neighbor. And if you want help with stewarding your life more effectively, with time management, with getting organized, all of that stuff, I would encourage you to check out Redeeming Productivity Academy. That is our program where we help Christians like you get clear, get organized, and get consistent so that you can get more done for the glory of God. And if you want to learn more about Christian productivity, I would encourage you to check out this video. These are some of the things people are saying about it. It might just change your life. I'll see you in the next one.